Alrighty, we are live. All right, hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David? All right. I'd say one of those amusing movie moments. For reasons best known to myself, I don't even know why I do it. Whenever I've clicked, I just like to flick it to make sure the time counter's going and make sure it's happening. And despite the fact I've just been told by the platform, you are live. Anyway, as I flick my eyes up, I caught 007. Yeah, bit of a yeah, I'm sure you get the gist. Now, today, yeah, it's more Mustang. And yeah, that's pretty much the nuts and bolts. It's continuing the interior. Now, I've had a bit of a look at the floor, and I reckon we might be well advised to get some of the photo etch on our chair before you'll see as we go along. It's very simple. That's the nuts and bolts. Now, in the meantime, I'd be doing myself a Flavor Flav to get these out. These are my German textbooks, or textbook and notebook. Actually, wait. Here we go. My Deutsch book. And underneath that, actually, I need to have a read through that, is stuff relating to my hip replacement that I found out about yesterday. Now, after all of that, sorry guys, we're getting a bit distracted here. Oh yeah. Now, bring the camera around. All right, bring the chair in. Ha! The rhythm with which I said that, bring the chair in. I don't know if you've seen Young Frankenstein. It's a Mel Brooks movie. Funny as all fuck. Anyway, when he and his assistant have moved into the castle, at one stage they find, something I'm going to do here. Two things I'm in fact going to do. Just look at this rear area here. Okay, that's a bit more grungy because I've hit that with null. I haven't hit that with null. So I'll do that. But one thing I will want to do before, and this is when I get the fuselage together, a little touch there that requires some synchromate. So we'll do that. But what I was more interested in doing, all right, if we look here at I'll give you a zoom in. What I'm thinking, here we go, boom. Because our chair is there and we've got to do some photo etch on that, and because then we've got to look at our yoke there, I'm thinking I would be better served to do the photo etch because then I don't have to get around the yoke, if you follow me. So yeah, that's not very well centered for the shot, but you get the idea anyway, I'm sure. All right, zoom out. So that's something I think we should get onto. Now, there's also some decals on there that need to be looked at. What else was I going to do today? I was going to hit this with the oil effect. And this as well. Okay. Getting a cohesive plan together. For today, that is. Now. All right. And did I say all right? All right. Now. Jolly good. All right. And here we go. Here's what I need to find out. Yep, 2 decals there. And the photo etch there. So that's what we'll get into. All right. Freaks me out how they've got photo etch and decal. It's a bit savage. And I'm not entirely sure it's necessary, but anyway. So, do we do the deck? Well, no, we need to do the photo etch before we do the decals on that. So I'm just checking out a couple of other bits here. Alrighty. Now, okay. We're going to be doing some decaling today, it would appear. Very tiny decaling. Excuse me a moment. All right, now, so on that basis, first thing I'm going to do, just get quickly out the way, is that little spot of chromate. Boom. And then what do I want to do next? I think we just start. Now we'll get the photo etch on. Now, with the photo etch on, yeah, we should be good to get the floor decals there on. You can see exactly where they go. It's quite simple. Now, first, the spot of zinc chromate's pretty minor. But, in truth, I'm probably just being unnecessarily fastidious here. But, that's just the way I roll. Now, let's get this mixed. I'm going to continue with my process of also painting the lid, because there is merit to it. It will make it easier to identify certain colours more quickly than going, I wonder if that is. And I'll have a closer look and go, that looks like, and then I'll be able to confirm or not. But yeah, almost there on the zinc chromate. And there we go. All right. Excuse me. Now, there we go. That's going to be, like, I could probably have even, the amount of paint I'm actually going to require for our kit, I could probably actually have taken this off the lid. But what I want to do is, while I'm here, I'll actually go for quite a weighty brush because it's not going to be that hard to even nail our little spot, which is just there. It's one of those things where people would need to look up to see it. It probably won't matter. But I've got some, hang on, this is a bit, oh no, we're good. It looks like I had some paint reactivation, and what it actually is just that actually no, I do. That's not good. I mean, it doesn't matter. This angle probably matters less, as I want to grunge it a bit anyway. Either way, we've now covered that little white spot that was there before and looked all wrong. Now I'll just also go here just because it behooves me. Done. There we go. Now, here we go. Is this the? It is. We'll do that little paint the lid thing. So that we can identify in the future. I'm going to be slowly working my way around. How many paints do I have? Lots and lots and lots. It's the answer to that. And slowly but surely all of these will be done. I probably don't need to go the entire lid, but it does help to yeah, for just quick look sort of stuff. Healing. You know, it's a strange thing. I actually find doing this, as in just painting the lid. There we go. Kind of relaxing. I know it's not really necessary to do it now, but I'm figuring I don't want to go systematically through all my paints doing this because that'll just be a pain in the ass. But I figure if I do it as I use them, and I don't have to get the 2-coat thing going. Although you never know, in some instances I might actually apply a 2nd coat. Like if I've got the colour up, and the next time I use it, I might do that just to tidy it up, sort of a thing. So I can go, right, that is definitely that colour. I don't like inconsistencies. I just don't. You know, nobody likes inconsistencies, in fact. All right. That'll do. I'll hit that again a bit more thoroughly when I don't want to spend my time just doing a lid on stream, you know what I'm saying? There will be other times I'm using Synchromate and I can tidy that lid up a bit more then. Now, we've got that done. I think there's something I wouldn't mind doing. well, it's one, yeah, it's one thing, but it will help us with, what's this? Ah, the rear wheel. We could put that on here, potentially. Don't know if we need to necessarily, but we could. Yoink. Spletch. Now, next, and again, all that actually was a little white spot on the end here. I just didn't like it. No, didn't like it. No. All right, now, unsurprisingly, it's blue tack time. Now I'm going to get a fresh piece on here. I want to flatten that down so that now. Give me a moment. I took one out of here, didn't I? I see what I've done. Oh, I see what I did. Take out about that much. We'll use. We'll take it. We'll use that as the wedging thing at the back here to hold that stable so as it doesn't slide around. Then we shall there's going to be times when I'm going to want to move that around, so I'll move that accordingly. Now, so that's a good, there we go, that'll work well. Get our floor. There we go. Looky that. It's all coming together. Now there's a little piece I do need to glue on. This goes there. Now I just want to check the angle on that. That's not actually an original piece. That's one I've had to do a little manufacture job on. And while we're doing little pieces, something else we can do. Give me a moment. Let's get this one done first. No, that's part. Go away. Don't need you. Actually, that side. Now, once this is in position and dried, I'll actually no. Change of plans. That way. I'm going to do my usual paint, or do my touch up on the paint before I put it on. Come here, you. Steering with the ear, it is. Gotcha. Now, what shall I stick it in? There's a. I might have mentioned to you before, I think. Oh, hey, Big Racer, how you doing? Oh, here we go. Ooh. Hang on, I need to turn around a bit further, guys. Nice. Oh, they'll be big. Oh, hey, Big Racer, how you doing? I just I was going to say with the reefer trailer, is that a Jamaican build? Sorry. Excuse me, I've been coughing a bit lately. Not happy about it. Now. All these little clear things that I've got here are actually old medicine containers from the numerous days in hospital my mum had in her last couple of years. And she actually made a point of keeping them so that, yeah, I can imagine they would be. Mate, 1:24, anything is big. I mean, my Mustang is 1:24. And as in not obviously this one, but the car. And yeah, it's big and chunky for a punky. Yeah, it's going to be just that one little spot. Oh no, there's going to be a couple of spots. So we'll put that in like that. And then, all right, black is here. Oh, score. Yeah, when you got situations like that, that is hard to ignore, isn't it? I'm with you. Totally with you. Yeah, nice one. Now, after this, photo etch. And our first port of call will be our seat belts. So all I'm doing here again, it's nothing that exciting. Just a little touch of a paint on the back of a small piece, very small piece. Just because I've just realised I might have been better served to put that chair on after the photo etch was on, because I've got to, I'll work that out. Never mind. Let's have a look at the photo etch after. Okay, that's that done. Boom. Clean brush. Deedly. Bit more of a rinse, perhaps. Now, pop this out of the way. Deedly. Now, photo etch. Oh, it's not going to be that hard. Yeah. I do need to put that through there. But it's only one. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. It's only one thing. And that should be fine. Yeah. Maybe. Now. Sorry, I'm just, if you wonder what I'm about, I'm just having a look at the radio. Yeah, all very straightforward, really. what will be happening is that we'll put the glue on here and we'll fold on here. In some instances, because that's where it's meant to go on to, boom, we'll use this as our folding point rather than on the, and in fact, this will be a bit more of a process than I thought, actually, because, yeah, okay, a bit of, okay, first things first, the central one. Now, that will come down, so I'll need to glue that into there and then fold him into there. I'm just going to fold, I would say, there. So, rubbing. All right. Now, let's get our photo etch bits. Oops, a days. That. I have another one of those somewhere. I've misplaced it. It's probably still in the same bloody drawer, Never mind. There's my hold and fold, but I don't need that right now. Now our scalpels for photo etch are up there. This might be a good time to use our photo etch pencil. Now I think I've left that out. As in out in this area. Indeed I have. Now so we've got that. Saw it a minute ago. Looking for what? There we go. Do need that. Do need that. All right. Now, so, oh hey, best man, how you doing? Now, so there. And then there. And I think I do get that. No. There we go. Got that. Now. Well, it's a bit more cooperative, that one. Or at least it sounded that way. It's not coming out, is it? It is out. Who would have thought my scalpel might do its job? Now, do I need to give this a file? It probably wouldn't hurt. Now we shall pop that there. Lid. Now, Here's our file. Gotcha. Yeah, just a little bit on the sides there. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's come off pretty cleanly. Nice. Maybe a bit on the bottom. Yeah. All right, that's nice. All right, now we shall. If that goes about there. All right. Now, better make sure I get the right sides, or I'm going to look like a right yutz. There we go. All right. This is going to require a bit of toothpick action at some juncture. In fact, immediately, because that's how we're going to apply the glue. And then, but when it comes to those final movings into position now, hang on, I should probably move that up just a shade. And maybe, oops, that's probably too much. Yep. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. So, what the plan's going to be is that I'm going to get a matchstick, not a matchstick, a toothpick, apply a bit of glue there and down into our relevant spots. We have a photo etch here. Now, the only question I really have is, do I want to go barehanded, or do I want to go tweezers, or do I want to go this? This is a really good device. Well, it's not a device, but these are really good. What you do with these, I'm going to need to give it a bit of a tidy up with one of my rougher scalpels, is that these will pick your piece up for you. They're really quite cool in that regard. I will use that, certainly initially. But first, let's just, doesn't pick up the shit if it's covered with the dirt. That's it, that'll do it. Just give that a bit of, I've never been very good at this blade sharpening of pencils, but you know, oh, you didn't see me do it, but yeah, I was trying to sharpen the pencil, this pencil to pick stuff up. With that scalpel, one of my rough ones, and as I say, I never really got the hang of that. Mouthful of coffee and we'll get it in. Excuse me. Now, oh no, I don't like that end. That one, I'll get a fresh toothpick here. Give me a moment. You know what? I am seriously going to tidy my bench up one day. And Rob, disorganised. I mean, look at this. I've left the file out. Really, Rob, what are you doing, boy? What are you doing, lad? Cool. We'll pop this over to here till we need it. This. Dear, oh dear, Rob, what were you thinking, lad? At least I didn't lose it. Now, you, come here. It's way too much. we're going to put some here. We can probably be a little more. There we go. There. There. Hopefully I've got my positions right. Oops, that's not going to help. At least it's going to dry clear there. All right. Now, hopefully, I know it's a bit blurry at the moment, guys. Give me a moment and I'll attend to that. Oh, yeah. All right, this might be a bit of a... This might become a bare-handed manoeuvre. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, it will. Okay, that's all right. I see why. Now, oops. Oops. Getting a bit graphic with it. Oh, come here, you. Stop that knees bent advancing behaviour. There we go. Now, what you can do is go where you're meant to be. Actually, top. It's giving us a bit of faff about it, is. Now that's all right. Now you can do that for once. Now, I might just reapply a bit of crystal clear at certain points. And in fact, something else that might be worth doing. Hang on. Just get rid of that toothpick, do it the easy way. Something that is creating part of the problem here is, this is going to be a little brutal, that. So, that's going to help a lot. Now, because that's meant to be through, and because I probably should have, in fact, I'll go a step further, definitely should have put the photo etch onto the chair before I put that onto the support. I'm going to have to do that little dodgy trim. Now, let's reapply a little here. You still have that little head bit, so to speak. All right. Let's try that again. Now, I'm going to use this just to pick it up. Oh, okay. It's bare-handed all the way. And there we go. Now, toothpick. And this time we're not going to do anything other than just guide it into position, hopefully. Down. Down. the hell did it go now? Shit. Ah, there. This is proving tricky. This is the trickiest bit of photo etch I've ever had. And now we are getting somewhere, I think. That way. What I require of it. There we go. I think. Finally. Oh, hey, cutie guy, how you doing? All right, finally, I think we have. Let me just do a small little jig across. Move that into there. Bring this up a bit. Give me a moment, guys. There's the photo etch in. Well, one of the bits of photo etch, we'll let that dry before we get on to the others. Now, next. That's what else I wanted to do on this particular part. We're going to now move over to this side. Because and we're going to put this, actually no, we might use a bit of whatchamacallit, crystal clear for this as well. And it is putting this bit on. Now this is going to be a bit of a tweezer job, I would suggest. It goes that way. All right. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tweezer job. So let's find our tweezers. Looking. Not spotting yet. None of the types of tweezers that are actually, these will do it. These will look nicely. Maybe Rob knows this to be true. Boom. Now, where to put the part? Oh, there it is. Jolly good. Now, sorry, I'm just having a quick gander at the seat belts. All right, yeah, that's all right. Now, we've got one to go across there and across there as well, in due course. In the meantime, we also need to put some decals on. And there's actually a decal to go on our photo etch over here. I'm just speculating a bit about how to do that, but we'll worry about that in due course. Where's the part? Here it is. Now, lid goes on. Now, we shall we need to go from that angle. And actually, just yes, that hoary old chestnut not coming off the tweezers. There we go. Right. All that was, and it's a really trivial part, but you know. See that bit right there? You're going to see, there we go. That's it. It's, yeah, almost invisible, but it's there. I know. I can see it. Yeah. Done. Now. Yes. There's something I definitely wish to attend to. And then we're going to get, deckling's going to happen. Quite a bit of deckling for that matter. Now, for that, we'll need that put like about, actually. I know, we're good. But we'll pop this over to here for the time being. My thumb's going to sleep for some reason. Something that is happily, actually, before I do the deckling, there's one thing I would like very much. Stop that. Doing. And that is, let me just, going to give them a quick file. They're really good tweezers, and because they've got a bit of glue on them, I don't want to, just want to get that off. I've clearly got a file out and about somewhere. I found it. And let me just get my thumb back to normal. Yep. Zoom out. Now, what I want to do next, once I've, is beautiful. Oil effect on them. These little flat parts that are relevant to, well, a few things. And then we're going to get onto the decals, which there are a few. Not a lot, but a few. And as such, we shall get them done. Yes, we shall. Now, to the end, good people. Did I bring now what I'll need to do? Conveniently, if it was soot I was after, not oil, but conveniently, it's just here. It is. Now we're going to pop that out because this gets kind of mucky. Bit of mucky muck involved. We'll get one of our shitty brushes because we don't want to use a nice brush for this sort of behaviour. And boom. There we I reckon. We want that nice and grimy. Oh, that's starting to look a bit yucky, yeah. The reason we want it looking nice and grimy is because certainly the filters do. I guess these would look a bit less yucky, but they'd still look pretty mucky. Yeah, it's looking a bit more the way it should. A bit more. There we go. Yeah, yuck. That's good. A bit more on the outside, perhaps. All right. Now, once I've grunged this up, I will, you'll see. I'll show you why I've done it. For those who are unaware. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's looking yucky. That's good. Nice and dirty. Dirty! I think I've told you the tale of whenever I say dirty, I can't help but go dirty because of a Futurama episode. And do any of you guys watch Futurama? I mean, is it even still on? I don't know. I don't watch television. It was when I was last watching television. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. But yeah, they get for some reason, I can't remember what the reason was, but they get a new captain. And she's an absolute Nazi, sort of. Well, not literally, but she's forever busting everyone's balls about everything being clean and da-da-da. She walks into Fry's room. It's an absolute pigsty. Like one of the great lines from that scene, in my eyes, is is this milk? It was, but time makes fools of us all. Anyway, after she's just been horrified by the filth, he trots out the, you're a dirty boy, Fry. A dirty, dirty boy. And that's just the way I like it. Bottom line, yeah. It's used to bonk him silly. And at the end of the day, he can't deal with, because she's always after it. Eventually there's one scene where she's chasing him going, dirty! So every time I think of anything being dirty, dirty! Now, all we've done there is made that look, yes, we all know the word, dirty! And equally, that's what we've done with this. Now, what these both are, oh, that's filth. Oh, yeah, that's almost as dirty as my mind. That kids is an achievement, I'm here to tell you. The reason we want them nice and grungy is because they, actually, no, I needed to keep you zooming, go with that. So now we're going to have a consistent sort of, oh, dirty look. And for that matter, go with that as well. So now we've got that consistent dirty look on our and weathered look on our filters. Yeah, hey kitty guy. So yeah, now they're going to look like consistent. That's the theory I'm rolling on. All right. Next, what we can do is decal. Now, and I can zoom out. Is it still on? I don't, like I said, I don't watch television anymore. I get the vibe these days it's all reality TV, although The Simpsons is still on and so is Family Guy. I don't know if American Dad is on. These were the shows that everyone watched when television was a happening thing when I was, to my knowledge. All right. That was what else I wanted to get onto. Yes, because we're actually making some really good progress here, guys. Believe it or not. Actually, I'm sure you can believe it, but yeah. All right. Next. Wouldn't mind putting B8 onto our dashboard. And what we're in fact going to do, because we need to put a couple of decals on our dash. Give me a moment. Wo ist mein Dash? Da. Actually, I don't know what the German for dash, as in dashboard, would be. Now, I prefer a slightly chunkier plinth in this circumstance, I reckon. All too often with these words like dashboard and stuff in German, you'll find they're exactly the same as they are in English. It's a question of spelling and pronunciation. Fun fact. What a travesty. Some of that was, I didn't see that much Futurama, but there were a few lines that made me laugh like, oh, fuck. There's a great one from Zap Brannigan. The line is, "Oh, please stop. You flatter me too little." And yeah, she's got a couple of corkers to Zap. Then there's handles like a bistro, moves like a steakhouse. Now let me just make sure I know which way this goes. Got it. So part 8 goes right at the top there. There's a very small decal. It's just there. But we'll worry about the decal in due course. What I'm trying to find now. Aha! Unless I'm very much mistaken. Das ist. Ja, das ist. That's the part this is the part we're looking for. And it goes that way. Oh, that makes sense. All right. Now, something I might also consider is, give me a moment. Where's that part on another piece of sprue that's already out? There's another thing we can glue on as well, I think too, just to get it done and out the way. Give me a moment. If I can find one other part, we can do that while we're here. Rubbing. It's the part that links that with, or that goes on to link that, but there's another part we need to find. Which is clearly on another sprue somewhere. I have seen, nice one, Rob. I have seen it recently, which is to say, it's either, I can't find it, I'm not that phased, or feeling that it's that important to get completed right now. Just something that would be potentially have been convenient. Just seeing if it's on any of the other bits that are out and about. Nah. Wonder where it went to for the time being. I bet you if I went and looked over on, there's a shelf I have where I have a lot of, not this one. I bet you I'm seeing straight past it. Aha! Boom. This is obviously isn't deckling, and it isn't the part that goes on the dash, but I wouldn't mind getting this done just because. Now, it's just one of those next step things, another step completed, and it's just this. So that goes that way up. I'd probably be best off do one step at a time. So we'll click that onto there. All right. And in fact, oh no, that all works. Here we go. I have a cunning plan. No, I don't. I lied. But if we're going to set up, oh, that's annoying. Hang on. It won't matter. I thought that I'd was going to need to do some zinc chromo touch-ups, but I'm not, happily. I will need to do some aluminium touch-ups on this. This is not an ideal. Hang on, look, that's getting in the way. It really is that big thing. There we go. That's going to make it a tad easier. Not happy. Now, what happened? There we go. I'm probably being overly cautious, but I would probably, in fact, almost always prefer to be overly cautious than butcher it. Now I can see where we can go. You can trim that quite snugly there, and indeed there. Give that a quick file. And I'm going to hit that with some aluminium right now. And then I can either, depending on how much longer we're going for, I can possibly, I will put it on there. That does not need, or will not need, any touch-ups because of the fact that it'll be facing that way, which means you're already going to see that anyway. So bite me on that one. But I do want to tidy up this little spot here, just because that'll be visible. or might be visible. We'll just make sure of that, shall we? That's my take on it. Yes, it is. I'm Ken Brockman. Actually, no, I'm not. We'll leave that discussion there too. Now, there we go. Now, we're getting places, boys and girls. We'll pop this into the box right now. Actually, no, we won't. We'll keep that on hand in case we are going for long enough to merit, pardon me, applying or gluing it into position. We shall see. Now, next, why did I do that? Let's see if I can rewrap that, because I can probably quite happily, in fact I can definitely quite happily just go like that. In you go. Boom. Aluminium. Bing. Now, what I might do, while I think to, aside from tidying that up with a bit of aluminium, hang on, you can't quite see. No, you can't quite see what I'm. There's. No, we're just tidying up the bottom there. But what I might do, I reckon, give that a bit more of a shake, is let's see if I can. I have to get up. Oh. On the topic of my finding getting up and down less fun than it should be, I went and saw an orthopedic surgeon yesterday about my hip. And on May 21st, I get a new one. So I think that's a bit good. No, we haven't even got all the seat belts on, mate. All the photo etch on yet. I'll show you where. Yeah, you'll see in due course. Now, in the meantime, the first one was a bit of a skull fuck, but the rest of the photo etch should be cruisy. Now, what I want to do, the reason I got this out is because I somehow did that, which is less than ideal. But of course, an easy option is just to grab a bit of, I don't know if you saw that. There we go. So easily enough, if I'm applying aluminium to this, I might as well as just go boom on the Mustang as well. Aha, 2 Mustangs. Now, while I'm here, what the hell? Yeah, where we're at with the seat belts, we've got the first one on. And we're just, actually that's looking like it should be dry enough by now to be getting the others on. So there's the first one in. Now we've got 2 others to go on. One across there and one across there. Then, actually no, my first protocol would actually be to put the decal on that one. That would be the trick. All right. So yeah. And in fact, what I might even do, had a bit of a thought just then. I said, dude, can you give me a bit more time to mix this up? And we'll get gets painted, then I'm going to check something out on our photo etch piece. Yes, I am. Now, we'll grab, actually this looks like a rather good one for the occasion, nice and clean it is. But I also want to glue that part 8 in, don't I? So yeah, we'll do that. Now while I'm here, what I'll also do is the lid, so I can continue that. I'm going to go for quite a big brush because this part here is all aluminium, so it doesn't matter if I'm heavy-handed with it. Yeah, I may have made an error of judgment in as much as I'm wondering, and I'm going to check this very shortly, whether I'm better served to put those decals that go on the photo etch before I put it on the part, if you see what I'm saying. It was very wordy of me. Anyway. There we go. That's all I wanted to do, was just that little area there, because that'll actually be visible, I think. Or if it's visible, at least now I know that it looks consistently pretty like the rest. Now here's the part I wanted, or the carpet. I'll just zoom you out a bit further. Now, while I'm here, it's not that big a deal on the stang, but because this is just an undercoat. But, you know, it will look a little more consistent in the paint job. There we go. If I get that attended to. It's a small detail. It probably doesn't matter. But it does to me. There we go. That's happier. Then we'll pop that over to here. Now, finally, where did I put Rob? Give me a moment. And we can now continue our process of painting lids for color identification. Now, after I've finished this lid, we're going to put part 8 on the dash. Then I'm going to have a look at this photo etch and decide if I want to put in all the rest of the photo etch that gets decals on it, whether I want to do so now and do it as just all the decals go on, and then, because I may have made my life a bit harder with that one there. We shall see. We shall see. I may conclude that it doesn't matter when I have a closer look. There we go. All right. Now, clean brush. Put on part 8. we go. Maybe. Yeah. All right. Now, rinse. All right. Now. And finally, splash. Wipe. Now, where did I put? Now this is what I wanted to do next, wasn't it? Part H. Yes. And I need to tidy that up a bit. That's all right. So we won't put that on immediately. That's fine. Now, boom. Boom. Now, let's have a quick look at this part. If I'm tidying that part up. All right, we all know the drill here, peeps. Bing. Alrighty. Now, there. Jesus. Gotcha. Whew. Now I want that to, there's the angle. There's a bit on the back. Well, there's a bit that isn't painted as the bottom line here. And I think that might be the bit that shows. So we'll tidy this up. It's only a small thing, but we can, again, what's the time now? We might have enough time to get this and other bits put on. We'll see how we travel. Now, lots of small stuff's getting done today, but that's no bad thing. It's got to be done at some stage. Done. Done, 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 done. All right. Clean brush. All right. Now. All right. All right. Now. Next. Excuse me while I get a piece of paper towel. All right. Wipe, wipe, wipe. A bit more of a rinse. All right. Now. Now, next, where have I put the photo etch sheet? because, for fuck's sake, Rob, whatever you put it, boy. For God's sake, man. All right, let's, heaven forfend, stand up and have a look. Let's just remove a few things, see if we're just... I'm going to move you guys up and out a bit. Come on, it's got to be here somewhere. Aha! Now, right. Well, let's see what 9 and 10 do. 2 we don't need to worry about. Then there's 7 and 8. Let's have a quick gander through the sheets. Now that I've found the photo etch, because like I said, I'm beginning to think it may be easier to do that. So 6 is which one? Yeah, okay. So that's in close proximity. Which other ones? Photo etch. There's a couple of bits of photo etch there we don't need to worry about. Just looking through here on the rest, which may be in the wheelbase. Or wheel wells, rather. The reason I'm checking for this is because that way, if there are any other decals to go on, it doesn't look like it. Interesting. Hang on a moment, let me just confirm that, guys. Because if so, yeah, we're definitely doing... Wow. That must be for another... Wow. Okay. Let me just confirm that for my own peace of mind. Right. That seals the deal. All right. There are no other bits of photo etch other than these next, the seatbelts and stuff. Because they're all on here, it is definitely going to be easier to just do it all there, then trim it off after. That's my opinion. Now, let's see, what's the time? This, however, is a bigger task than what I had hoped. So what we're going to do, we're going to do our decals and photo etch session next time we do this. Well, we haven't finished today yet. There's a couple of things I'd still like to do and can do. So we're going to do, these are, we're going to start with Bing. We're going to grab this that way. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, that's not really going to matter, Rob. I was going, oh, I didn't do the edges. No one's going to fucking see that. I'm a silly bugger at times, I tell you. Now, I might need to do some filing here. We shall see. But this, yeah, I will, I think. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to need to be very precise and careful here. This one. Because what I failed to do was attempt a little bit there. Is it worse? Yes, it is. Maybe. There we go. That's made a big difference already. No, it hasn't. Well, I thought it had. Anyway, now, this, that way. How nicely will it fit for us? So, if that's going to go out that way, that will then go on. Yeah, I do need to get a bit more medieval on that. There is a thing there that is causing us some irrits here. I'll try again with this. Now, bam, like that's how it sits. Nice and easy. We will glue that in. Once it settles for a bit, we will, oh, hang on a moment. No. Oh, no, that's right. Because that's this side, isn't it? Yeah. All right, we're going to glue this in now. And then we can probably look at gluing that part on the dash. So we'll get onto a few things before we wind up. Now, what is the time? I have an early appointment, so I better start considering getting my shit together. But mostly, what I would like to do is, like I said, I want to get all our little decals done in the next session. And that may well result in us also getting that photo etch on in that session. Heaven forbid. And on you go. Boom. Oh, yeah, that's the color it needed to be. I can actually very quickly. That thing's come off a little, but we can fix that easily enough. Now, what I'll show you overhaul from that when you get the light on it. But you can see how it's nice and dirty there, and it matches. So therefore, when people see it, it goes, oh, it's consistent. That's what we were trying to achieve. Now we'll wait for that to let that dry for a bit. Zoom out. And then, where to put the dash? Dash, dash, dash. Dash. Alrighty. Now, now I'm thinking, and I do sometimes, it's true that once you get this little part in, we'll do that now, that we can, yeah, good. Let me just check the angles on this. All right, so it's the thick bit at the top and in that way. Yep, all right. This will be a crystal clear job. We'll go just into there. Okay. Crystal clear time, and a very small amount thereof. Now, bing. Now, delete. Toothpick. Well, actually, one of these might be useful. Goggles. Excuse me a moment, chaps. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, yep. Wow. It is a very tiny detail. But yeah, okay. It actually needs to come. Ah, got you now. Whew. All right, goggles off. And this is actually kind of cool. I'll show you from two angles, hopefully. What it is. Okay, there we go. Now you can see that part there, just in front of the front of the dash. And actually, this is where I think it's kind of cool. You can see physically sits out from the rest. So kind of like how that's, maybe just a small modification I need to make there. But oops, shit, goggles on again. Ooh, zoom out. Oh. There we go. That's exactly how it's supposed to sit. Finally. Give me another zoom in. You'll see it sticks out really clearly now. Boom. Now that white stuff is just crystal clear. That's fine, that'll dry. And yeah, there we go. You can see it sticks out quite clearly. Boom. Zoom out. All right. Now, pop that over there to dry. Next, we shall... yes. You get over here. No, sorry, that was this side we want. And this is part of the wheel well structure. And you can might as well get a start on that because we can. Now this should fit quite neatly into, come here you, into there. No, that's where it should fit, I think. Now why isn't it, is the question. Do I need to trim that? Let's have a look before I do so. Let's have a closer look at this for a moment. I see why. I see why. I think. Yeah, I do. All right. Now, that should trim there. Happily, this is not a visible area. Now, there should be this point which goes click. Try getting it the right way around, Rob. Yep. Pretty much. All right, let's do it. Let's see if I can just, give me a moment. All right. Now. All right. Actually, I'm a bit concerned about that. There is another way. Yes, there is. There's the front portion. It's probably more important makes it to there, which it will. Alright, we're going to need to get this more springy side of it out. There we go. All right. There we go. Follow that. Get these nice and even. And then almost. There we go. Smooth that out. Beautiful. Now, that was our. Here it is. And to my understanding, that goes that way around, doesn't it? Just confirm that fit to be sure before we glue, because otherwise we can look like a right yutz. Okay. Oh no. I went the wrong way around. That's okay. We can fix. Alright. So what I've trimmed off is the bit that's supposed to lock that into there. That's alright. So all I've got to do really is this. Come here. First, let's get some glue going. Get the glue going. There we go. Now, we'll do it this way. Which is not ideal, but will work if we get our spot right. Boom. So now I'm going to want to let that dry a bit, but actually I can still show you from this. No, I'm going to need the cardboard. Give me a moment. So now we've got to start on our wheel well. Yep, there we go. Boom. Where did it go? See, there we are. Yep. There we go. We shall now let that dry. Just dropped my assembly sheets. All right, now Yeah, here's something else we can consider probably. Move this over. Now, where are my bloody things? Might have time to do one more. It's coming along, David, yeah. Oop, zoom out. Now, if that's the thing. I just want to check. Yes. So we've done that. So that now goes. All right, give me a moment. Now we've got this, which apparently, off you come, goes. Yep, I'll move that around. And there. Hang on, let me just get my angle right. What was it? Yep. Quite a lot way forward. Like that. I think I would prefer to let this dry. It's not completely dry yet. But basically, there's another filter that goes on top of this one. And yeah, we'll worry about that in the next stream, probably after we've done our photo etch decals. Deary me. Mind you, it is worth noting that the decals that go on the photo etch, there's only 3. There's another 3 decals after that, and then we should be able to get our vents on, get the wheel well and truly started. Yeah, there'll be lots of progress. I think what we'll find is that once we get all this sort of shit done, it'll just be a breeze. Look good. That's my take on it. It'll look good. Alrighty, that's me done for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Now, tomorrow, I'll be back. Oh, wait, I forgot. First-time viewers, you know what I'm going to want you to do? Follow, like, or subscribe. I'm sure you can work that out. And I'll be back to other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. I'll be back tomorrow. I expect I should be back at a similar sort of a time. See how it travels. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to work on the 109 tomorrow. And then, yeah, I think on the 109 we're pretty much on to the my pleasure, David. It's probably pretty cool. We'll be working on the cockpit, that's a given, and probably putting stuff together. That would be my expectation. Alrighty. So at the end of the day, people, I'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and the same kit channel. Hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous.